Hello, how are y'all tonight? So I'm gonna do my typical chatting about the weather for just a few seconds and give everybody a little bit of a chance to hop online. So if you can see out my window behind me this time, today we've had beautiful sunny weather, like really pretty. The windows have been open all day. It's just gorgeous. This time last week, we had ice and snow. So, if you don't like the weather, hang around a little bit because it will change. Um, so I'm loving having the windows open and the sunshine and the blue skies and all of that. It's fabulous. It's my favorite kind of weather when it's in the low 70s and just nice. So this week, there is a new, well, it's not this week, but this month, there's been a new collection released. And before I show you that, I'm going to remind you, if you are online, I can't see you unless you leave a comment and say hello. So let me know that you're here and just say hello in the comments, and I'm going to switch my screen. I did get the designer series paper because I love designer series paper and I have a weakness for it. And especially when it's this black and white kind of neutral colors. So I can color some of this, and some of it I can just leave black and white, and it goes with everything. So let me flip my camera now to my desktop and just show you. So I've been playing with it. In fact, we're going to use this in the card we're going to make in just a minute. So it's all double-sided. You can color all these hands all different colors. I just think it's fabulous. And then this is just tiny little hearts and then dots on the other side. And we have fun stripes and those shapes. Then more dots and little leaves. Oops, there you go. A grid pattern. That one's not wanting to focus real well. Oh, that's good focus. Let's see if I can do that on the other side. So I should have used this on the card. How did I miss that? But I think the other one's still great too. So as you can see, there's lots of, this one would have been good on my card as well. Really, any of these are fabulous. So this would be fun to color as with this and that and this. Then I think these are the last two, that one and then this one. So lots of fun with these, and I'm sure you'll be seeing lots of cards from me with these in the future. But just as a reminder, our designer series paper is amazing, and don't let it dissuade you. I know sometimes people think that they have to buy the whole collection. You don't. You can pick and choose and then mix and match. because especially with our designer series paper, because it really just almost any designer series paper can go with pretty much any stamp, especially since they're all mostly double-sided. There's always options. Okay, so that is all of that. I will put a link in the description once I close this live. I'll add a link in the description so that you can shop straight away the All Together collection. And like I said, you can pick and choose. Or you can shop the Hello Ladybug, or just use those links to go straight to the store and shop for whatever you want to. That's good too. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around again, and we'll start creating our card. I am going to be using the Stamparatus. You don't have to with the stamp set. You don't have to with any stamp set. But I find it easier on sets that I'm pretty sure I'm going to want to double stamp to get a nice, solid, bright image. Or two-step stamping, which this is a two-step stamp because you stamp the ladybug and then you stamp a part over her. There's also a punch that goes with this set so that you can punch out the ladybug. And I did cheat. I stamped this leaf using shaded spruce ink earlier today. And then I used my paper snips to fussy cut around that. But I wanted to have that ready so you don't have to sit and watch me fussy cut. It's not hard. It is just a little time consuming. Alright, so I have a scrap of paper here. I actually have a couple of scraps of just basic white. And I'm going to start by flipping my punch upside down and figuring out how this is going to slide in here. So I know it's going to slide like this. So I want my ladybug. I forgot where my stamp set was. It's right here beside me. So I want my ladybug to face down, and I'm going to put her in this bottom corner so that I can slide that really easily right inside there. Then I'm going to close. Oh, I need to hold this down. That's important. All right, so I'm going to hold that sheet down. I'm going to grab my bone tool because I like to slip that in there just to hold that cardstock in place. These stamps can be a little sticky. Alright, so this part of my ladybug I want to be tuxedo black. I'm stamping it with the Memento ink and I'm just tapping it. I'm not pressing it super hard. I'm trying to not get ink all over my Stamparatus. I usually end up with a smudge, but we'll see. I'll hold that down again. And see, it's not quite as dark as I would like it to be, so I'm just going to restamp. And as I stamp each time, I'm pulling out just gently on this because there's a little bit of give. I don't know if you can see that. So I want it to be in the same place every time. And once you've done this a few times, that part is just automatic. I don't even think about it anymore unless I'm doing a video. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that one more time. And still pulling it out and then pressing it down. Since these stamps are clear and our blocks are clear, you could do this without the Stamparatus and stamp it several times. It's just a little bit more time consuming to get it perfectly lined up and really frustrating if you don't. Alright, so that's a good ladybug. And then I'm going to add the top plate. And I'm going to add the wings on here. And again, I want to make sure I'm putting them where I can slide it down. So really I want my wings to be down here too. But I think that what I'm going to do is go ahead and flip this. And then, so this is how I'm going to do my wings. I'm going to put them in this way. So I'm going to put this down like this. I'm gonna hold it still with my super strong magnet. Gonna remind myself how I was doing that. I'm doing it this way. So it's gonna go like that. And what I should have done in hindsight here is I should have placed both of these on the same plate because they're both black. I could have inked them at the same time and stamped them at the same time. Which is what I did when I did this earlier. I just wasn't thinking. Okay, so again, I'm not pressing super hard. I'm pressing harder than I need to be though, because I keep getting it on my plate. I'm just going to use this cloth to wipe that a little bit and move it off. And then I'm going to grab the wings to go around those dots. Just going to cover those. Then I'll pick it up with that top plate again. Oh, I just realized I have slid my Stamparatus down. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to gently add that red. I have a tendency to get this red ink everywhere. It really doesn't matter what I'm stamping or if I'm using the Stamparatus or my blocks. I'm just messy with the red ink. That looks great. Okay. I'm going to close that red up before it's all over the place. And then when I close up my Stamparatus, I'll lay one down and then the other one I pull out and lay on top because they don't close together. Okay, then I'm going to take that punch. First, I'll punch out the ladybug. I always punch upside down so I can see that I'm lining it up perfectly. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of glue just to this part of the wings here. So I'm going to put some right in the center. And then I'm going to place the wings on top of the ladybug. Isn't she darling? Okay, so she's all ready to go. Let's get the other pieces to the card. So I'm going to start with just a standard basic black card base. This is 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, scored at 4 1/4 inches. And then my next piece is this basic white cardstock. It's 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And I'm going to take this little Hello stamp from the stamp set, this one here, and I'm going to get that Memento ink again. I'm just going to ink it up. And then I'm going to put it right about here. Hey, Lisa. So there's no perfect place to put this. There's really no right or wrong. This card is very forgiving. So I'm just going to glue this now to the card base. Then I'm going to glue this piece of designer series paper to this piece of real red cardstock. And the real red is cut 1.5 inches by 4 1/4 inches. The designer series paper is cut 1 1/4 inches, about 4 1/4 inches. Then I'm gonna put glue on the back of it too. And I'm placing this right under that hello. So depending on how high or how low you want your hello or your strip, that's where you'll put your hello. Oops, I'm not finished with that. So then I'm going to glue my leaf on top of that strip. Now I'm finished with the glue for a minute. There we go. Then I'm going to get my dimensionals and just pop this little ladybug on there. We'll let her be hanging off a smidge. Then I have these matte black dots. I was gonna add them to the bottom, and I think I still will. As soon as I find my take your pick tool. Here it is. Then I've already stamped a piece for the inside. I haven't added it yet. I added just the other ladybug in the bottom right hand corner, and I did the same thing with her. In fact, yes, I did. I used the Stamparatus just to get that nice deep color on there. And there you go. Super quick card, and I love this color combination of just black and real red, white, and shaded spruce. It's perfect. There you go. There is a quick card that you can make with the little ladybug, or the Hello Ladybug bundle. And it's really, really simple. I mean, the most time consuming part of this card is, of course, cutting out that leaf. But if you didn't want to add the leaf, that would be fine too. So I hope that you liked this card. If you have any questions, let me know, as always, about this or that new collection, the All Together collection, or anything else Stampin'. You know, I'm always here and always happy to answer those questions for you. So I hope y'all are enjoying the sunshine. I hope it's sunny wherever you're at. Well, not so much now. The sun's going down now, but I hope you have a sunny week. Happy stamping!